Ar iaith Cymraeg, the Welsh language, there are 3.1 million people living in Wales and only around 800,000 of us can speak Welsh. So the Welsh Government's vision is that 1 million of us can speak Welsh by 2050, so 1 million Welsh speakers by the year 2050. So they've got different ways in which they hope to raise the number of Welsh speakers. For those who don't speak Welsh, for adults who don't speak Welsh or the older generation, it's to upskill them, to refresh any Welsh skills that they might have gained in school, or to teach them to speak Welsh. And then for the younger generation, so for those not yet in school, it's to get more Welsh primary education, more children in Welsh primary education. And then for everybody in between, it's just to normalise Welsh. So we want to normalise Welsh in the workplace, for example. So at aspiration training, how can we bring Welsh into our workplace? Because 20 years ago, we wouldn't have done that. We wouldn't have thought to speak Welsh unless you were speaking with somebody who could speak Welsh. So we're trying to bring it into the workplace in workshop sessions. So we're trying to greet learners through the medium of Welsh. We're trying to greet employers through the medium of Welsh when we telephone them. When we're writing reviews with learners, so when we're meeting to review their progress, we are thinking of comments that we can put in Welsh. So we're trying to add comments to reviews in the medium of Welsh. Cyfrifiolder, there is a responsibility for us to not let that language die, for the preservation of that language. And I think in younger learners, even if they went to a Welsh school, when they leave school, it's so easy to not use the language again because it's often not used. In South Wales particularly, it's not used. So we do have a cyfrifiolder, a responsibility to maintain that language, to keep learners speaking Welsh, or to bring some Welsh to learners who don't already speak it. I mean, one of the things we have done in aspiration training this year is employ a Welsh trainer. So we now have a tutor who upskills our workforce, because of course, in order to impart some Welsh to our learners and our employers and other stakeholders, then our staff need to be able to use their Welsh language. They need to know how to pronounce things. I mean, Welsh isn't an easy language to pronounce, you know, there are a lot of different letters in the Welsh alphabet that don't exist in the English alphabet. So we've got a Welsh trainer employed now who undertakes sessions with our staff teach every few months in order to either teach or upskill them and help them with things like pronunciation and impart in Welsh with our learners. So in terms of our work with learners, the challenge is that 30% of our learners are using a little Welsh within their work. So they could write an assignment, complete it through the medium of English, and just pepper it with Welsh, maybe a paragraph of Welsh, maybe some Welsh translation from a dictionary if they've never done this kind of thing before. It's a big challenge for us, and we're just at the start of our journey. I mean, our Welsh trainer came on board this year. We have around 5% of our learners using a little Welsh at the moment within their work, but we need to get to that 30%. We need to start making an impact on this aim of the Welsh Government. So we need to start contributing to that 1 million Welsh speakers in 2050. And we're going to do that by normalising Welsh and making it every day, stopping people feeling uncomfortable from using words like Brynhan da and diolch and all these hard to pronounce things that could become second nature. To lose the language of your country, to lose a language that only you and your people can speak would just be such a travesty. There's a song called Yma o Hyd, and at the moment, Wales have just got to the World Cup for the first time since 1958. And that song, which I think was written in the 70s, has resurfaced and is being used as the fans' anthem, if you like. And Yma o Hyd means we're still here. We're still here, the Welsh language is still here, and the Welsh people are still here. So we have to work hard to preserve that language, and aspiration training has its role in that.